Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. It's Marcellus here with the Mad Church Disease Channel. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Um, I wanted to come on tonight. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be on camera, but I am going to talk to you all. I think this is going to be a really good conversation, and I think some of you are definitely going to want to stick around for it. What's up, Betty Yellick? I see you in here. Shout out to all of the subscribers. Shout out to all of the members of the channel. I want to say hello to all of you. God bless all of you the day after Christmas. Um, and so yeah, that's where I'm at with this show tonight. Now, in all full transparency, I got home last night at around, I think it was around either midnight or it was late. I think it was around midnight. Um yeah, or 11:30. It might have been 11:30 or 12, 11:45, somewhere around there. It was close to midnight. If you know, I'm not a midnight rambler. I don't hang out late like that anymore. And when I do, normally it takes me days to recover. Now, I did not drink any alcoholic beverages, so that had nothing to do with it. It's just the fact that I am a hardworking Negro, and so I just have been tired. And so that's the end of that. David, whoever this David person is, David, you don't know what kind of music I play. And I play what I want to play. Thank you. I don't know what it is about people. You can go get your channel, David, and play all the gospel music you want, David. Come on, y'all. Come on. Don't start off that way. For the love of the Lord, please don't start off that way. Ugh. Okay. Anyway, I know I need to stay out of the chat because normally my folks will be upset at me, but don't y'all stop all that. I play what I want to play. Okay. This is my juke joint, and I play what I want to play. Y'all know I play gospel all the time. David, go back and listen to the previous show. Okay. I've got a lot of shows on this here channel where we were just playing gospel, but y'all need to, expand your horizons because God has given talented people a lot of talent, and it doesn't necessarily have to be in the gospel genre. And let me just say something about this. Not all the gospel artists are living a gospel lifestyle. Um, um, and so I'm a leave it there. And Lynn is correct. Because I had such a long drive yesterday, I called everybody and woke everybody up. Mary, you escaped that. You escaped yesterday. Because normally I will call you, and especially if I have a long drive and I gotta go home, I was like, okay, um let me call everybody. So that's what I did. I called everybody and woke everybody up. That's what I did. And you and Gerald, that's all right. Your day, you and Gerald's day is coming. But I didn't call y'all yesterday, but it's on the way. Hallelujah. But I had to come on tonight and talk to you guys, and I just needed to get some things off my chest tonight. But I'm gonna let me do what I need to do. If you're new here to the Mad Church Disease Channel, first of all, I want to say thank you for joining me here on the podcast. Please do me the awesome favor of subscribing to our newsletter. Our newsletter is where you're going to be able to keep up with all things Mad Church Disease. Now, I know I say that a lot to you guys, but I want to let you know in 2026, it is going to be very imperative that you become a part of our newsletter. Some shows that I'm going to do in 2026 will be by link only. And you may not necessarily have to be a member, but you will have to have the link to participate in the show, because it will be either an unlisted live or it will be a private live, that the only way that you can have access to it is by way of the link. And so I'm going to need for all of you to subscribe to the newsletter. The moderators, of course, will put all of that information into the chat for you. That will be available for you down there. Okay. Also, I went ahead and ordered the 4K camera. I purchased it on credit. Yes, I did, because my credit was good, and I didn't have to file bankruptcy. My credit was good. Our 4K camera should be here on Sunday, but I did purchase it on credit. And I would love for some of you that would like to support the Mad Church Disease channel to make sure that you do so. I know it's the holiday season, and I know many of you have different things that you may be responsible for. But if you are coming up on the close of your year and you want to be a blessing to someone, I just simply want to suggest maybe consider the Mad Church Disease channel, because our 4K camera will be here on Sunday. Okay. And you can, of course, support the platform in a myriad of ways. All of those ways are listed for you on the screen. Our primary support way is, of course, primarily is through Cash App at $Mad Church Disease. And you have all of those other ways that you, of course, can support. Okay. All right. Now, let me go ahead and get into what I want to talk about on tonight. First of all, you all, shout out to all of you that have been supporting and watching the lives. I'm so very grateful to all of you. And I'm so very happy. But I've been listening to a lot of stuff on this here internet. And although I do not comment, and I'm normally staying in uh uh I'm staying in the background. Now listen here, Gerald. We're gonna have to talk about it. I didn't listen. I know Regina was coming on, Gerald, but I got so busy I couldn't even watch Regina's live. And Regina's like, I thought I was a hard worker. Regina is a hard worker. But we'll talk, y'all, because y'all gonna have to fill me in after this live on what transpired and what took place. Okay. So I'll just leave it there. But I had to come on here and I needed to talk to you all, but I want to talk to you guys um in several different ways. Now I've been falling back. I haven't really been watching a lot of the folks on the internet. But I ran across Judge Alicia Thomas's email. I'm sorry, her show the other day. And because Daryl Moore, myself, and so many others over the number of years have had to deal with so much stuff, and because I'm in such a good peaceful place, I don't really care to discuss a lot of this stuff that's going on, but I felt it necessary for clarity's sake to talk to you guys about a couple of things tonight. Okay. One of the reasons why, and this is not me bragging on myself, this ain't me talking about myself. So just understand something. I'm just trying to put this into context so we understand some things in this space. Okay. One of the reasons why I have been respected for the number of years that I have done this work online, offline, on the radio, off the radio, behind the scenes, and why so many people trust me with information is because of the fact that I am a person who brings a certain level to the conversation and I try and elevate the conversation. I did see Regina's show, a little bit of Regina's show with Robbie Warren. I couldn't stay for the whole show, but I did see that. And then I'm going to talk about that in here in just a second too. But let me just say this, you all. I have been in ministry or around ministry since I was 15 years old. Okay. I started preaching when I was 15 years old. Okay. Let me explain something to you. I have been around the world, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. When it comes to this gospel and the gospel message, I have been in it, through it, about it since I was a teenager. And I'm not saying this to bash anybody or to make people feel bad. When most people was getting down with the boogie woogie woogie and most people was getting high, I was on my knees at the prayer meeting, to calling on the name of the Lord Jesus, trying to ask God to save folks and to heal folks and to deliver folks. And even yet before 15, I was in the work of ministry. Okay. I have never, I want you to hear me, I have never been a kind of, party animal. I never did any of those types of things. Now, when I turned about 25, maybe, I think I'll say 25, because 25 is when I took my first alcoholic drink. I'm going somewhere. Stay with me, y'all. I promise you. I took my first alcoholic drink when I was 25 years old. I went to the first strip club I'd ever been to when I was 26 years old. Okay. And so around 25 years old is when I started saying, maybe there's a little bit more to just this whole, life experience, because my entire life was wrapped up in church. Okay. Everything church in the morning, church in the evening, church at supper time. I mean, church, 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 and more church. And when I tell you I have been in ministry since I was 15 years old, I've been in ministry. Now, here's the shocker. In all of these years of ministry, I have never seen a ministry or any of the people that I have worked around in ministry have to file for bankruptcy. I want you to listen to me carefully. I have been in ministry since I was 15 years old. I have never, ever in my entire ministry life and career seen a single pastor, seen an apostle, an elder. I have never seen a single one of them file for bankruptcy, nor have I seen any of the ministries or nonprofits that I have been a part of have to file for bankruptcy. Okay. Now, let me explain something to you. I sit on the board of a few churches and nonprofits. For those of you that know that, y'all know that. One of the nonprofits that I sit on the board of, we had to scale back in the last year or so while paying the bills, because the bills still needed to be paid, right? So the nonprofit scaled back. We had to restructure some things, but we did not file bankruptcy. We had to scale things down and back. If a ministry or a minister in his ministry has to file bankruptcy, that is a clear sign to anybody, or it should be to anyone, that this is an individual who doesn't know what they are doing. I don't care who it is. It could be your grandmama, your granddaddy, it could be Uncle Ray and them. If you are running a nonprofit or a ministry of any sort and you have to file bankruptcy, you do not know what you're doing. Not only do you not know what you're doing, but 9 times out of 10, you have abused the finances of that nonprofit so much to the point to where you have now got an unsustainable organization on your hands. God forbid. Now, let me say this. Normally, when a nonprofit or a person who is running a ministry starts that ministry, most of the people who come alongside that nonprofit or that ministry work on a volunteer basis, right? They volunteer their time, they volunteer their talents, they volunteer their resources in order for that ministry to then begin to turn a profit or to be able to self-sustain itself and to pay a salary to certain individuals. Now, for those of us who've been in ministry for a while, let me go here. Normally, when a ministry is running a church, nonprofit, whatever, normally you will have a records keeper, secretary, you might have a treasurer, and those might be the only 2 people that are being paid. Most of the time, everyone else is working on a volunteer basis, okay? If you have a ministry where you are paying people and you have a staff of people that you are paying, and that entire staff of people has to file bankruptcy after claiming that they work for you. Now, wait, I want you to listen. Here's the caveat, and I want y'all to think higher. After you've been riding around in Rolls Royces and Mercedes Benzes and all of these different kinds of things and taking trips all around the world, but your staff ends up filing for bankruptcy, ladies and gentlemen, there is an alligator in the water. Something is eating away and gnawing at the resources of this ministry, or this nonprofit. Okay. So I want you to hear me and hear me very well. I have been in ministry since I was 15 years old. I have never seen an apostle, a prophet that I know that's been a part of my life and in my sphere of things have to file for bankruptcy, and neither the people that work on the staff having to file for bankruptcy. Okay? Now I want you all to hear me and hear me very well. If any minister, if any person who is running a ministry does not have the ability to sustain the ministry, 9 times out of 10, it is because number one, there are no more resources that are coming in that can sustain the ministry. But also, they will have to do that if the person who is running the ministry is taking or withdrawing too much of the resources and living off of the resources of that ministry. There are rules and compliance issues that you are going to run into when it comes to what they call reasonable and customary. Now, these are some legal terms when it comes to finances and paying people in a nonprofit. Okay. You have something called reasonable and customary. If somebody is pulling a salary from a nonprofit, they are going to look at the nonprofit's the totality of that nonprofit. They're going to look at the resources of this nonprofit, and then they are going to they're going to tell you that it is reasonable and customary for a person to get a certain type of salary based upon what is coming into the ministry and what is going out of the ministry. If someone is withdrawing all of the resources out of a ministry or living off of a ministry, that becomes quite problematic because the board of the ministry is supposed to help safeguard the ministry from going bankrupt and the ministry from having to file whatever it's going to file, chapter 13, chapter 11, or blah 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 blah. So we're thinking higher over here, and I need for you all to think tonight. Then the first question should come up to you all is, where is the board? And is the board a legitimate board? Because if a ministry has to file bankruptcy, or maybe even this pastor, this person who is running the ministry has to file for bankruptcy, where is the board that was supposed to safeguard who's going bankrupt? Now, Keisha Green, because I try to keep myself a little above this mess. Just Keisha Green, you should just put on your thinking cap. It ain't gonna be too hard. No, it ain't Marvin. It ain't Marvin. Judge Alicia Thomas was over on her show, and she played some videos and she does some stuff. And one of the reasons why I hate having to come out here and talk, because anytime you talk in this space, everybody turns it into a beef, and they turn it into a fight, and they turn it into something that it doesn't need to be, right? And I'm not fighting with anyone. I'm just merely giving my observations, and I'm trying to get the people who listen and who follow me to think on a higher level. That's all I'm doing. Okay? Not Marvin, not yet. Although I was at dinner yesterday talking about him, and we'll have to get to him another day, because yeah, we got to go back to him in a minute. But let me. But anyway, let me say this. If the board does not safeguard the ministry and the minister from going bankrupt, then that means you don't have a legitimate board, and consequently you may not have a legitimate ministry. Okay. All right. Now, um uh and I'm gonna put it there. Now let me say this. Let me say this. When you are claiming to be a multi millionaire, and you are starting businesses and you're doing all of these things, the question should then arise in a lot of individuals of, where is the money coming from in order for you to operate these businesses, when the only thing that is funding you is donations. Now, you do have some gospel artists and some people who travel. They have uh singing groups. They sell CDs, they sell all sorts of things, right? And so it becomes imperative that those people specifically um separate their monies, right? Because you have something that is nonprofit, you have some things that are for profit, but a lot of gospel artists and a lot of people will actually put their gospel income and a lot of things that they do gospel wise into a nonprofit. And they do that so that they can protect the money, so that they can get more of the money and be able to spend more of the money, right? But when you are selling songs on platforms and getting paid per stream, and some of these people aren't getting paid but 10, 25 cents a stream, and you're not selling, or people aren't streaming your music into the millions and millions of streams, then you're not really going to make a lot of money as far as the enterprise is concerned. Now, maybe if you're writing songs, you're producing records, which of course is going to take a lot of time and it's going to take a lot of energy. And I want to tell you, on certain levels, that's going to keep you from being on YouTube and doing YouTube shows. You're going to find yourself needing to work and to concentrate on those things. Are you all hearing what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? You're not going to be able to be on YouTube and on other people's YouTube shows and platforms if you are using your resources in your for-profit business. You're going to be on your job, doing your job, so that you can sustain your life and sustain what you're doing. Now, when it comes to these folks running nonprofits, it is an unsustainable thing to be flying and crisscrossing around the world trying to purchase timeshares, trying to give the allure or the illusion that you are setting up certain things in other foreign places. And I saw a video. This is true story. This is true story, because y'all know I be perusing around the internet. I saw, and see, I told y'all, I know I'm not new to this, I'm true to it. I saw a person was supposedly in Africa, giving away food and some resources, but they had one of them stand-up banners on the side trying to show off that it was their ministry that was donating all of this stuff, right? And y'all know them retractable banners that you pull out the legs and you just pull them up and stand them up so folks can uh see what's going on, see your name on the stuff, right? And I started laughing and shaking my head, and I said to myself, Lord, it's Robert Tilton all over again. You go into a foreign place and you just slapping up a banner so you can take credit for something that you don't have nothing to do. I don't care if you gave $5 or $10. It doesn't necessarily mean you're doing it. You understand what I'm saying? Because there are a lot of people that come on the internet, they make certain claims about doing certain things and they're not doing it. You got to use wisdom. How are you filing bankruptcy, but you're building businesses in a foreign country? And then I hear some of you, well, they could have the money in another country. Don't be stupid. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Now, I do know that some of these foreign places, the dollar bill goes a lot for further or farther. I get all of that, ladies and gentlemen. But I want you all to hear me and hear me very well. You cannot travel to another country and do it on a consistent basis without having a revenue stream. Now, let me ask you something. If your gospel ministry is you're funneling money from your gospel industry or your gospel ministry into your for-profit businesses, how are you going to explain that to the IRS? Because they have something in the IRS code called commingling. Coming-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-ling-ling. Coming-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-ling. I've been doing this work a whole long time. I want to tell you somebody's gonna be doing time. Commingling, ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-ling. Co-ling-a-ling-a-ling-ling-ling-ling. Y'all listen to me. Listen to me. John Kirby Caldwell on this channel went to jail. And one of the reasons why he went to jail was something called commingling. Commingling a ling a ling 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 ling. Commingling a ling a ling a ling ling ling. Y'all listen to me. These people are out here commingling funds. So much so that I heard today, I believe it was on Tasha Global's platform, that she said now people are telling people to send the cash apps to a completely different cash app. Lynn Pearson, Moni, Uncle Fred, those of you that's been around here for a long time, we have seen this before, have we not? Cominga-linga-ling-a-ling-ling-ling-ling. Colinga-linga-ling-a-ling-a-ling-ling-ling. Okay, we've seen this before. Now, if I really, 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 really want to be now, Tasha Global, I'm about to hit you with something. I'm about to hit you with something. Let's go all the way back to Rosalind Weems for a second. Because as I was meditating and talking to the Lord, I heard the Lord say, you need to revisit Rosalind Weems. And I said, oh, really? Mm-hmm. Because I heard some people on some platforms talking about investing in Bitcoin and all of this stuff. Now, Tasha Global, this was one of Rosalind Weems's schemes and scams that she taught these people in this Patreon, where some people lost thousands of dollars. Okay, Rosalind Weems taught these people about this Bitcoin stuff, and when Bitcoin was, doing all of this stuff, because you got to understand these people do not have degrees in finance. Okay, and so it makes for a situation where if these people do not have degrees in finance, then they are going to be suggesting and telling people to participate in things that they themselves do not understand nor have a financial background in. But Tasha Global, I heard the Lord say, Marcellus, these people was over there talking about things that none of them understood. I said, what you mean, God? He said, Marcellus. He said, Rosalind didn't have no degree. She didn't know what she was talking about. I said, yes, Lord. I said, but she's in jail. He said, but that's neither here nor there, Marcellus. He said, I want you to look at this from a bigger picture. I said, okay, Lord. I said, what are you trying to tell me? I'm like, Lord, can you help me out? He said, Marcellus, he said, none of those people in that whole sphere of things had a degree in anything. So all of the information and all of the people who were making these suggestions were getting these suggestions from a friend of a friend or from someone else and making financial decisions based upon a referral system, if you get what I'm saying. Okay. Now you all need to understand, from my understanding, uh, certain individuals met Rosalind Weems by way of the bishop, the apostle, the intergalactic prophet, the amazing wonder. Y'all got me? And because of this, those individuals met this person and started receiving financial advice from their wealth consortium. The Lord reminded me about the wealth consortium. Rosalind Weems was selling courses and classes on her wealth consortium about Bitcoin and other things that other people were participating in. Now, I want you all to hear me. I want you to hear me very well. We saw in times past what we would like to call a pump and dump. We saw people pumping up certain stocks, and while other individuals were pumping up the stock, other people was dumping the stock. Other people were making money because they were pumping it up, and people were running to go buy it up. And when people started buying it up, the other people started dumping it out. So it's called a pump and dump. I said, okay, Lord, well, what do you want? Why are you talking to me about Rosalind Weems? He said, well, Marcellus, I want you to understand all of the players who are now claiming to have been betrayed were sitting at the table with this woman, making financial decisions and making all sorts of decisions about their future. And some of them lost a lot of money. But that still did not make these people betray each other and walk away from each other when they lost thousands of dollars. Now, I want you to pay attention to what I'm saying here. Oh, God, I thank you. Pay attention to what I'm saying here. You mean to tell me that the lobster lily lady, can sit at the table and cause these people to lose thousands of dollars? Oh, let me stop talking. Wait a minute. I got 249 of y'all and 69 likes. Oh, no. Because I got some information I need to drop on you and something I need you to think about. I need y'all to hit the like button. I need at least 150 likes. Oh, no, sir. No, ma'am. Oh, no. No. I'll wait on you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you some opportunity to go ahead and hit the like button. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button.
Mad Church Disease, a channel that's all about current events, news, and Christian drama. A channel that's dedicated to our forgotten brothers and sisters throughout the ages. Our brothers and sisters who courageously stepped outside the safe bounds of institutional Christianity to tell the truth. A channel whose goal is to help the average person understand that Jesus plus nothing is everything. So like, comment, subscribe, and smash the notifications button to be a part of this channel.
All right. Somebody tell me where we at. Oh my goodness. Lord, don't let me get sick. I was surrounded by a little kid yesterday with just coughing and sneezing. I said, Lord, if they don't get this child away from me, I ain't been sick in 4 years. I was so mad. I said, oh God, no. We at 98. Okay, well, we ain't got to our 150. I guess y'all want some more commercials. Welcome to the Mad Church Disease channel, a channel dedicated to our forgotten brothers and sisters throughout the ages. Want to stay connected to me and the Mad Church Disease community? Well, then join our email community newsletter. Stay in the know with all the updates and fresh content that is created for this channel. It's time you join the private community for the revolutionary family, where we can talk and laugh all in a space that's safe with a no judgment zone. Connect with other members and build lasting friendships. The doors are now open. Want to stay connected and be notified each time I go live?
Subscribe to the text community and be notified each time that we go live. Simply add your details for instant updates on all our lives. Are you a budding YouTuber or business professional who would like my thoughts on all things business related? Book a free 15-minute consultation where I can help with social media, YouTube, web design, and so much more. Book your consultation now and build your future. Get away from the rat race and build your business.
Thank you so much, Jacqueline, for your support to the Mad Church Disease channel. You're going to help me be able to pay off this 4K camera. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of your support to the Mad Church Disease channel. I'll be thanking a few more of you guys before tonight is done, because I do have some more people that I need to thank for their support. Can y'all please hit the like button, please? Bush people, I love and appreciate y'all too. I know some of y'all don't rock with me, but I would appreciate it if y'all would just hit the like button so we could all just move on. Because I want us to move on, and I got some stuff that I need to kind of get you guys to think about in this space. And this is imperative that y'all think about what I'm going to share with you so we can think on a higher level and you could see this from a broader perspective. So I would appreciate it. I'd appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. Yeah, this little boy, y'all know I love kids. So if you don't know that, I love kids. And so the little boy, oh my God, they were just, I mean, have y'all ever been to dinner and somebody just been messing with the kids? Because, I don't like when people be messing with the kids, and then here's another thing. You putting food on a kid's plate and the kid ain't eating the food. Obviously, the kid don't like what you feed them, but you come from the old school where if I put it on your plate, you got to eat it. And I'm just like, if somebody don't want something to eat, I'm not about to make no kid nowhere eat nothing. Now, I'm just not about to do that. What's up, Daryl? I'm like, nah, I'm that's me personally. I'm not doing that because I know what that was like as a child. You're not going to make me eat something that I don't want to eat. I'm just not doing that. So I'm like, hey, nah. And so I kept having to save the children yesterday. I was like, I was Captain Save a Child. I ain't kidding y'all. I was taking things off of plates and sneaking desserts because, they didn't even want to, like, if you didn't eat your food yesterday, they didn't even want to get the kids the dessert. I was like, oh, no, that ain't going down on Christmas. Shoot, I was sliding pound cake. I was wrapping cake in napkins and giving it to the children. I was like, nah, we ain't doing that. I was like, nah, these kids is gonna get this dessert because I don't be playing that. First of all, because I love kids. So I wasn't gonna let these kids not get their dessert. I was like, on Christmas, you ninjas is crazy. Not me. I'm like, and you better never let me be around you and you be mean to a kid because I'll be like, you're gonna have to cut all that out. Like, not around me. You better be mean when I'm not around. And that's the truth because that is not how I get down. I'm just saying. I don't get down like that. All right, y'all. We gave them some time. I don't even know where we at. I think somebody said we're at 106, somewhere around there. And now somebody said we're at 114. Oh, that's nice. Thank y'all, Bush people. I know y'all hit that like button, and I appreciate y'all doing that. So please, thank you. We're trying to get to at least 150, y'all. It's 245 of y'all just on one platform. So I didn't even look to see what's available on the other platform. But come on, y'all. I appreciate you. Who was I talking about? Wait a minute, because now y'all done made me miss my thought. So, and see, that's why y'all have to hit the like button so nobody will forget what they were talking about. So y'all mean to tell me these people sat in a Patreon with a woman without no license, lost thousands of dollars. Everybody's claiming they lost thousands of dollars. Think about this now. I want y'all to think about this. Judge Thomas, I want you to think about this. Alicia Thomas, Tasha Global, I want y'all to think about what I'm about to tell you. Think about this now. They sat in a Patreon with a woman who cost them thousands of dollars. When she got arrested and hauled off to federal prison, they were still buddy and friends, even though they lost thousands of dollars, according to them, right?
They lost thousands of dollars, Tasha Global. They came out of Lobstergate and were still friends and were still buddy. You understand what I'm saying? Still buddy. Now, once you get this, the orange man in chief is running for president. And he starts running for president. And then it gets time to vote. And folks said, oh my God, if you vote for a certain person, that is a bridge too far, and we can no longer be friends, and I ain't gonna rock with you no more. Now you done made it through Lobster Lily Gate, where you done lost thousands of dollars. But somebody voting for the orange man in chief is gonna dismantle your entire relationship. Now I want y'all to think on a higher level, because see, this is the kind of stuff I be thinking about. And I'll be honest with you, I wasn't even really thinking about this. This is kind of what the Lord dropped on me today. I ain't gonna lie, I can't take full credit. Think about this, y'all. They was in a private Patreon learning the bull and the bear. It was more of the bull, a little less of the bear. And they lost thousands of dollars in this Patreon. I know one lady emailed me. She lost $35,000 by herself. And she told me that there were other people in this situation that lost even more money than what she lost, right? And I said, oh my Lord. Okay. And these people was, oh my God, they were so angry and they were so mad. And I said, And I started thinking today, I said, now wait a minute. So you can lose thousands of dollars and remain friends, and nobody's betraying one another, and nobody's coming out here and saying nothing. Now here's the point I'm getting to, Tasha Global. Donald Trump runs for president and somebody votes for him, and that dismantles their entire relationship, because somebody went to a meeting at the White House, and all of a sudden now, that was a bridge too far. Not the lobster lady who cost you thousands of dollars. Now, I don't know about you all, but anybody who cost me $5, this here relationship is on its way to a close. Y'all understand what I'm saying to you? Think about this for a minute. Let's think higher. Let's think a little bit differently about this tonight. So that must mean that this cannot be about somebody voting for somebody, right? It can't be that. And I said, well, Lord, why are you talking to me about this Rosalind woman? Why are we revisiting Rosalind again? He said, Marcellus, this has always been about money. I said, well, Lord, yeah, I know you kind of, He said, no, Marcellus. No. This has always been about money. I said, well, yeah, Lord, one person had a little bit more and the other person didn't have as much. He said, no, Marcellus. It has always been about money. I said, well, Lord, yeah, I know they was, in the, in the apartment in the, in the high-rise building, and, they came up from the high-rise building and they started doing really well during COVID. And he said, no. He said, this has always been about money. And I said, well, Lord, what are you trying to tell me? You all listen to me and listen to me very carefully. This has not just been about money going one way and in one direction, because money has been flowing in both directions. And this is one of the reasons why it became so important for certain people in the midst of this to tell you how much they gave to one person and the other person gave to them, because this has always been about money. Lobster Lily, who cost them thousands of dollars, they are making a claim that Lobster Lily cost all of them all of this money. Thousands of dollars did not make them part ways, but a vote made them part ways. Ain't no way, boy. This what my homies we be saying. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way, boy. Nah, dude. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, dog. So sorry. If you believe that the vote caused all of this, I don't know what else to tell you except the fact that you need to think a little higher. Now, normally the people in this space respect the fact that I'm able to share things that you may not have thought about, you may not have heard, but you need to revisit the lobster lady. And there's more to this lobster lady in the midst of all of this than meets the eye. There's something they're not telling us in relation to the money. And the Holy Ghost is going to reveal it to us in not too many days from now. Tasha Global, it's all been a scam. It's been a scam from day one. The whole thing's been a scam. The whole thing's been a scam from day one. Okay. And at the end of the day, we have to be honestly, and we got to think about who's zooming who. Who's zooming who? Who's zooming who? Because at the end of the day, this has all been about money. And not just flowing in one direction, in a multiplicity of directions. Because wait a minute. On the internet, I'm hearing people saying that they can't loan folks money because they got to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars in back taxes. How are all of these people such multi-millionaires? Come again? I told y'all I've been in ministry since I was 15 years old. Now let me be honest and let me be fully transparent. I'm still paying taxes back from what year was that? 2005. I ain't lying. I made so much money in 2005. Then people, I'm still paying taxes for the year 2005. That's no lie. That's the truth. Because you can get to a place where you make such an influx of money, but I didn't know that I was supposed to be sending in money to the government every 90 days. So do you guys not realize that when you start to hit another tax bracket, I'm trying to help you. This is going to save you some money. If you're doing really good, putting you some money away and make sure you pay the IRS. It's better to overpay than to underpay, because sooner or later you'll get a check back. But y'all listen, sooner or later. I'm just saying sooner or later. That is correct, wild card. You have to pay your taxes quarterly, because if you don't pay your taxes quarterly, you're going to be up the wab, right? And I'm just trying to tell you, okay? But Rosalind Weems cost these people thousands of dollars. And nobody broke up. There was no distant love affair. Nobody was angry. Nobody was hitting the internet talking about, secret lovers. Yeah, that's what we are. Try so hard to hide the way we feel. What? Because we both belong to someone else and we can't let it go. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying. Nobody was over here crying over secret lovers. There wasn't no emails being sent. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody was fine with losing thousands of dollars. But all of a sudden, somebody went to go into a voting booth and all hell broke loose. Make that make sense. And so now all of a sudden, the word on the street is folks is filing for bankruptcy, and folks, now we all saw the what was it? The millionaire yard sale, open up the garage and you selling everything that's not nailed down, from right down to the spoons, the knives, and the forks. But I'm rich. I want you to know I'm rich. And then all of these people came out and they did their little traveling around, going to every platform, insulting certain folks, talking about they broke. They all broke. They broke.
making fun of the people, putting them on the LRL system. Yeah, y'all understand. Oh, the LRL financial system. You got to level up and do all of this kind of foolishness. I'm just shaking my head. Okay. Okay. But let me tell them something. Let me tell them something. I'm going to tell you the same thing I told that idiot. Don't be coming out here trying to expose people, because guess what's going to happen? You're going to expose yourself in the process. And believe it or not, you showed your slip in one way or the other. And I'm not going to get into it right now, but I'm just telling both individuals. That's why I said to everybody to go to your corner and sit down somewhere. Because let me tell you something. I done seen some slips from both sides of this situation. And just let me let you know something. By trying to expose one person, you are going to expose yourself. I'm not in the exposure ministry. I'm in the commentating ministry. That's what I do. Lobster Lily lost both of these people thousands of dollars. And nobody broke up. The relationship was fine. Everybody was happy. But the orange man in chief caused all of this. Folks said, oh no, because I'm for my people. I'm for black people. I'm for the people. You can't be for black people if you're robbing and stealing from them and grifting off of them. You can't be for black people if you're doing that. I don't care how many turbans and dashikis you put on and how many beads you wrap around your neck. You can't be for black people and you're stealing from them and you're grifting from them. You can't be for black people, you all, and be doing that. No. You can't be for me while reaching your hand into my pocket and stealing my resources. The New Testament says, it is the responsibility of the believer to take care of widows and orphans. When you pillage a widow's and an orphan's house or a single woman's home, you take resources out of these people's homes so that they cannot do the things that are necessary for them to do. You can't be for black people. Oh, Lord. Lobster Lily. Tasha Global, I'm about to go back and dig through some Lobster Lily stuff because there's a jewel there, praise God. There's something that the Lord needs us to see. I'm trying to tell y'all. Lobster Lily. We call her Lobster Lily. Her name is Rosalind Weems. She done scammed everybody. All of them. And wasn't nobody upset at Lobster Lily. Think about this, Tasha Global. She cost all these people thousands of dollars. Now, one thing about Negroes I know, if you cost some Negroes some money, these Negroes is going to be upset. Now, you mean to tell me, Tasha Global, that you can introduce me to Lobster Lily and I lose thousands of dollars and that don't make me walk away from you? We still on the buddy after you done introduced me to somebody that done cost me thousands of dollars? You mean the thing that's going to break the bank is a vote in a voting booth after you already done cost me thousands of dollars? I am not buying it. And if somebody is filing for bankruptcy and their ministry is filing for bankruptcy and now they got to switch things around and move things around, is because they did not have the proper structure in place in the first place, period. And so if I don't care who don't like it, this is my bailiwick. This is what I do. I sit on the boards in churches. Some of these folks sit on YouTube and talk smack. That's all they do. That's what you do. You sit on your gluteus maximus and just run off at the mouth about the rest of us. That's all you do. So understand something. You cannot sit around and tell me that you filing for bankruptcy and you, as a ministry or as a minister and as a man or woman of God, it is because you do not have the proper structures in place, which tells me you are over there dictating to people and the board and to the people what you're going to do and not letting the board dictate to you what you need to do or have to do. It's done in reverse.
And let me tell you something, Tasha Global, because I've been in this space for a while. Every nonprofit that I have ever seen that has failed because they don't listen to the board. And boards are put in place to stop stupid people from doing stupid things so that they won't end up being in a stupid place and have to come on the internet and say stupid things about why their ministry is failing and why they're failing. And that's just the bottom line. That's just the bottom line. It is the truth anyhow, people. I'm trying to tell y'all, it is the truth anyhow. Bottom line. And see, this is the problem, because a lot of these people blessed in favor don't want any governance. They want to be so autonomous, and they want things that they want to just run amok and go out here and buying Rolls Royces and coming on the internet trying to impress people that don't give a flying flip. Don't nobody care. I just do not understand this. I really don't understand it. I don't understand it, me personally. But Lobster Lily cost these people thousands of dollars, and they were still lovey-dovey, huggy-huggy. You wear short shorts. You wear short shorts. Come on, everybody was still happy. Make it last a little longer. Make it smile a little longer. You know, with Big Red. Everybody's smiling, chewing, and gumming. You heard them, right? You ain't on my level. Everybody was smiling and profiling. And you sitting up here and can't get a loan from a payday institution. And them the worst kind of loans. They a loan to your dog, your cat, and a piece of cardboard box if they can show up a little bit of paperwork and a little bit of paper trail. And let me tell you what happens when you can't when you can't get a payday loan. Let me tell you something. You're a multi-millionaire. Think about it. You all not thinking. I'm listening to a lot of y'all talk, but y'all ain't thinking. When you get denied for a payday loan, pay attention to what I'm saying, y'all. If you get denied for a payday loan, you all, that means the payday loan people say you don't have any collateral to guarantee us the ability for us to get our money back. Normally, one of the stages that those types of loans will do is they will say, if you're in a bad situation and you really need the money, they will ask you for 3 months of your bank statements. Bring us your 3 months of your bank statements. They want to see all the money coming in, and they want to see all of the money going out. You cannot tell me if you took 3 months of your bank statements to one of these loan places and you're a multi-millionaire and you still got denied, and you getting denial on denial on denial on denial. But you running around the internet telling everybody, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. Everybody's rich. Can y'all think just for a moment about what I just said to y'all? It doesn't make sense. Now, Lobster Lily cost these people thousands of dollars. And I keep going back here for a reason. Okay, because we're gonna revisit Lobster Lily in a minute. We got to talk about Lobster Lily because I'm picking up some stuff. You all listen to me. Lobster Lily cost these people thousands of dollars, and everybody was still friends. Everybody was still sending gifts to rumors and all kinds of stuff after they had lost thousands of dollars. But you mean to tell me that a vote in a voting booth dismantled the love affair? Something is wrong with this picture. No. Lobster Lily is what caused people to have to go get a payday loan. But if you think about it, these people's ministry has been, it has always been in the red. It's never been in the green. Let me explain something to you for those of you that don't know ministry. When pastors and preachers normally buy Rolls Royces and things like that, that stuff is done in the name of the ministry. It's not done in the pastor's name. It's not done in the pastor's name. Lord, I wish I could say some stuff. Oh my goodness. I gotta tread lightly here. I have been covering individuals for a while, and so I know stuff. Some of these people don't even put their cars in their own names. I'm just saying to you all, pay attention to what I'm trying to, y'all listen to me. Some of these people don't even put their cars in their own names. Some of these people put their cars in other people's names. So what you being so impressed by and thinking so, whatever you thinking, they had to get rid of this stuff. Because if the cars break down and if the car needs to be repaired, you got to have money to pay for the car to be repaired. So you're going to offload a lot of stuff, trying to front load the ability for you to look a certain kind of way to the public so you won't have to come out here and tell the absolute truth. I'm just saying, don't be silly. Think about Lobster Lily. That's going to be the motto this week. Don't be silly. Think about Lobster Lily. That's the motto this week. Don't be silly. Think about Lobster Lily. Lobster Lily cost these people thousands of dollars, and they were still friends. They were still buddy, and all of that. Think about it. Most of these people with these pastors and leaders who get these airplanes, these Rolls Royces, they are flying around on the corporate card of the ministry. The ministry is funding a lot of these people's lifestyle, and I have went over that with you guys on this channel. Go back and watch my videos on the parsonage where I broke down the average pastor's salary and what these preachers are making and what these preachers are bringing in. When people live a certain kind of way, it becomes very easy for you to figure out how they're funding their lifestyle. Do you know why Carolyn, you know why your pastor probably had to do that? He had bad credit. He had bad credit, and he probably had the same kind of bad credit as some of these other so-called gospel wonders and all of these other people have. And that's why they have to put everything in everybody else's name, and nothing is in their name. And they have to stop one ministry and set up another ministry because they want to start all over again. And then they have to tell people, you understand what I'm saying? Oh, don't send the money here, send the money over there, because then they have to start moving all the money around. You all understand what I'm saying? Don't be fooled, people. If Lobster Lily did not cause them, to break up, and everybody kept right on rolling after Lobster Lily, and they ran into the orange man in chief, Tasha Globe, and all of a sudden now everybody's angry. They want to go there. They go their separate way. And I'm gonna say it again, and I'm saying this for both of these jokers. Be very careful on trying to expose each other, because when you expose one, you're gonna expose yourself. The best thing for everybody to do is go their way and to shut up. And if there is an audio of any sort, what they need to be doing is burying it in the backyard and keeping their minions quiet about it and going about their business. Because let me tell you, if you keep this going, You're going to expose yourselves, and the whole world is going to see you for what you are. And it is going to cost a lot for both of you, not just one of you, both of you. Now, don't listen to me, because what am I? I'm just a lowly little old vlogger over here. I don't know much. But all I know is you go ahead and expose each other. Keep that up and see what happened to you. Because you thinking this first blow is a win. See, some of y'all thinking you done won something. You ain't won nothing. You haven't won a single thing. The only thing that you have won is people's ability to see you for who you are. That's what you've won. And stop all of this. Let me hush. Okay, that's all I got for y'all. Lobster Lily. We need to revisit Lobster Lily, Tasha Global, because in 2026, Lobster Lily, I got a feeling Lobster Lily is about to come into play again, and people better be paying attention. And once the stuff hits the fan, I'll do what I need to do, and then I'll talk about it some more. And I'm gonna leave it alone. Like I said, Jacqueline, thank you so very much for your support. Don, thank you for your support. Jamie, thank you for your support. Rosalind, thank you for your support. Merry Christmas to you as well. Tracy, Merry Christmas to you as well. Miss T, thank you so very much for your support. Miss T, I just want to say thank you so much for your support to the Mad Church Disease channel. First of all, Miss T, I have to tell you, you are becoming one of the most consistent people over here supporting this channel. And I want to tell you, thank you so very much, because Miss T, you are somebody who is constantly supporting this channel. Constance, I also want to say, Constance, thank you so much for your support. Now, Constance, you need to know that you and one of my aunties share the same name. And believe it or not, through your marriage, y'all actually now share the same name of first and last name. Y'all have the same first and last name, Constance. So thank y'all so very much. Ooh, I'm just gonna say Miss Gilbert, because I be messing up these first names. I'm so bad with names. I need to work on this. Miss Albert, thank you so much for your support as well. Miss Bowles, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you as well. Angela, thank you so much for your support of the Mad Church Disease channel. I appreciate you as well. You know, you all love me, and I know you love me. And that's, let me tell you how I know y'all love me, not just for the cash apps. Let me tell you how I know y'all love me. Because y'all are consistent. Y'all are consistent. Y'all are consistent with your support. And that's how I know. I know y'all mean business over here, even though we know people be talking and saying they little whatever, but they don't know what y'all do over here, because I'm not a braggadocious person, and I don't have to be, and I will never be. So you don't have to worry about that. Joanne, thank you so much for your support, Joanne. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you. Oh my goodness. Moses Tyson Jr., thank you so very much for your support. That Moses. Moses put a note in here. Moses is a hoot. Oh my God, that's funny, Moses. Moses makes me laugh. That is so funny. That's so funny, Moses. Alice, again, thank you so much for your support. I'm just going back because some of y'all did multiple stuff, and I needed to go back and say that. But that darn Moses Tyson, he's a hoot. Oh man. Now I need to get on a little piece of gossip. So let me get on this is a little piece of gossip, y'all. I was perusing the internet, and I saw that there was a post about a panel that was being put together for a special show on Monday. And someone that I know got in the chat of this post and cussed one of the bishops out. When I tell you he called her a dog with 4 legs, y'all know what you call a dog with 4 legs, right? It's that B word. He cussed the bishop lady out. When I say out, I mean out. I said, oh my God. And I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. I haven't even called the person because I'm so afraid to call and ask the history behind it, because I'm like, oh, this is deeper than this conversation. This goes far, far deeper than this conversation. But I'll show you guys probably tomorrow. I'll show you tomorrow. Oh Lord, when I tell you, Lord Jesus, it got deep over here on the Facebook and in the social media spaces and places. Cuss the Bishop lady out. Y'all know who Carletta Vaughn is? Y'all know her. She used to be on the Preachers of Detroit. I believe she was on there. You know, you know, making her husband feel 2 feet tall. Y'all know that the Bishop lady who don't even want no husband. I don't even know why these people get married. They should just stop. They don't want no husband. And some of these dudes don't even want no wife. I don't even know what to do. Speaking of don't want no husband or wife, y'all still over here fooling around with Tiffany Montgomery. Why y'all fooling around with Tiffany? Y'all can't see Tiffany as a witch. Why? Why can't y'all see? Y'all can't see Tiffany as a witch. Tiffany Montgomery is a witch. Why y'all can't see that she dabbles in witchcraft? Carletta Vaughn, that's right. Yeah, that's her name. What did I say, Carletta? That lets you know how much about her I care. I don't even care to get the name right. I apologize, Michelle. Yeah, that lady right there is a mess. She don't even want no husband. She ain't want no husband. She made her husband look like a whole fool in front of the whole wide world. Carolyn, thank you so very much for your support of the Mad Church Disease channel. I appreciate it. But Tiffany Montgomery is a witch. She can get mad all she wants to that folks is talking about her. I done heard way too many people saying some stuff, and I have been paying attention. Now y'all notice she don't have that wedding ring on her finger anymore. Y'all know that big diamond that she was having when she kept talking about she was married and a husband and all of this kind of stuff. Y'all remember? Now she don't have that big old ring on her finger no more. Y'all notice that? We'll revisit it. I think Regina covered it tonight over there at the Mad Church. Oh, I said the Mad Church Disease. I'm about to talk about my own channel over there on the Juice Radio and Talk Show. Regina covered it, but I want y'all to also go listen to Tasha Global's live that she did this morning. Tasha Global, let me tell you something. We need to revisit Lobster Lily. Now, what people don't realize, I have protected a lot of people from a lot of things. And they didn't even deserve to be protected. But, oh my God. I can't stop people from doing nothing. Only thing I can do is I can give them some advice. But I think folks should, be very, very careful. Just don't be coming out here trying to attack one person and think it's not going to fall back on you, because it's going to fall right back on you. She is a witch. That Tiffany Montgomery is a witch on every kind of level. Yeah, you got to revisit Lobster Lily. Yeah, we got to revisit the Lobster Lily lady, because they lost thousands of dollars over there. And wasn't nobody mad, Tasha. They were still friends. Everybody was all lovey-dovey. And then you mean to tell me that a vote made all of these people lose their mind? Absolutely not. Now, we know what the truth is. We know that this has always been about money, and people done lost a lot of money. And now, because they've lost a lot of money, they're in their feelings. And, I can understand, because if you cost me a lot of money, but my thing is this, you've lost a lot of money even before you got to the voting. You lost money with Lobster Lily. What? And see, this is when logic has to take over. And this is where you got to start using, a deeper level of thought. I'm like, okay, Lord, so why do I need to revisit this lady? He said, Marcellus, this thing has always been about the money. The relationships have always been about money. It really is. It always has been. Oh my God. Yeah, I know. Well, guess what, Gerald? I had to talk to some people today on the phone. Y'all forget Tiffany Montgomery was going over there to KCC for a while. Y'all do know Brian was her pastor for a minute. Did y'all know that? I don't think a lot of people know that. Did y'all know that? I don't think y'all know that, because I ain't heard none of y'all say that. Did y'all know that?
You know what, Tara? Don't you start. Well, most of them live in a pineapple under the sea, so I mean, they have the same kind of mentality. Yes, Gerald, that's why I'm trying to tell y'all. You have to listen. This is what I'm good at. I'm telling y'all, I have to connect dots. She was over there with Brian Carn for a minute. Oh, I'm about to really shock y'all because a lot of people y'all done forgot about this. She started here, where Kimberly just told you. Then she done went over there to Brian Carn's church. Now, guess who was also over there at Brian Carn's church at the same time Tiffany was over there? Genesee Warren. Y'all know who Genesee Warren is? Oh, see, I told y'all need me to talk because I'm the one who knows the history. Y'all know who Genesee Warren is? Or Genesis Warren, however she says her name. If you know who Genesis Warren is, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1. So put a 1 in the chat. Anybody know who Genesee Warren is? Okay, Mary said we need a chart. Not another chart. Do I need to bring out my chart? Okay. All right. So Patsy knows who. Okay. All right. So here we go, you all, since y'all know who she is. Listen. Genesee Warren was over there. Right. The same Genesee Warren that's where you at? Yes, Kimberly. Yes, Kimberly. Pay attention. Tasha Global, pay attention. From my understanding, ladies and gentlemen, now this is a speculation or alleged from what I understand. Genesee Warren is supposed to be a recovering lesbian or delivered lesbian, from my understanding, or was participating in the lesbian lifestyle. She was over there at the same time Tiffany Montgomery was over there. So I want y'all to kind of think about some of the activities that's been going on over there at the KCC church. Genesee Warren over there, Tiffany Montgomery over there, Brian over there doing what Brian is doing. Not only that, y'all remember the guy that came out a couple months ago? What's his name? Pastor Ferguson, that did his little series and had Tiffany Montgomery all up in arms. I forget his name. What was his name? Ferguson. I told y'all I forget most stories than most folks even get. You remember he told about Tiffany and the whole Brian Carn and them two falling out? And see, most people wasn't listening to that. They didn't understand and grasp that part. They kind of skipped over that part. Yeah. Well, Tasha Global, I be paying attention. You know, I be perusing. I be perusing around the internet, Tasha Global. Are y'all sure all of these people is recovering lesbians and things? Because I be watching folks' social media. And yeah, that's right, Daryl. That's right. I be watching people's social media. Tasha Global, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. And I ain't even talking about Tiffany just yet. I'm talking about Genesee Warren right now. I be watching people's social media. Must Jesus bear the cross alone and all the world go free? Let me move on. Let me move on. Let me move on. Let's talk about Tiffany. Now, Rock Leach did a wonderful job highlighting the Tiffany Montgomery situation. If you haven't been over there to Social Fire E-Church with Rock Leach, that's the video you need to watch. Is the one, because I ain't going down the rabbit hole that Rock Leach went down. I ain't going down that rabbit hole. Oh Lord, because let me tell you something. It is clearly visible that this woman has an issue. Let me tell you something. I've been in church my whole life. Anybody who preach about anything and harper on it, and I mean just preach about it all the time. If they talk about sex, if they do that all the time, they struggling. If somebody come on the internet all the time and the only thing they talk about is gay people and all of this, that, and the other,
They struggling. Don't y'all fall for the okie doke. I'm trying to tell you that Tiffany Montgomery's got an issue. And she not gonna convince me she don't have one, because she was over there with that Brian Kahn. And that's a whole familiar spirit over there. But she worried about the people on the internet talking about her. No, ma'am. No, no, ma'am. 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 You out of your mind. That's what you are. You're out of your mind. Mary, it's a mess. Yes, it do, Tasha Global. Now, see, Tasha Global, I can't say what I normally would say, because Daryl and the moderators and told me I have to elevate my vocabulary when it comes to the words that I was using. So we'll just say, in her eyes, it makes you think that she's a little touched, but not by an angel. Amen. She's not touched by an angel. She suffers from a little bit of mental deficiency. I grew up in the generation where they use the R word, but you can't use the R word no more. She every time I look at her, she reminds me of them people that used to meet behind the school in the trailer. There's just no way. I'm just saying. Oh my goodness. You go from picking greens and eating cauliflower and all that stuff, and you're gonna pass out at the church. You picking collard greens, and next thing you know, oh, listen, Tasha, I didn't even see it. I started watching a little bit of it. I said, you know what? This is a witch. Why am I sitting here watching this witch? Y'all know what really makes her a witch? Because she tries to control how we think, how we feel, and she's always trying to condemn everybody to hell that don't agree with her, and putting all these word curses on people. But that thing bounced right on back and hit her, and she passed out on the stage. All of them, Daryl, all of them. It's a mess. I did drop the link for anybody who wants to come up. It's a whole mess. The whole thing is disgusting. This whole internet, the whole vibe is like, oh my God, it's so horrible. Now listen, I came out here because I need y'all to revisit the lobster lady. Revisit the lobster lady. The lobster lily is important to this whole dynamic. If people are filing for bankruptcy, keep in mind, the whole reason that they bought Lobster Lily into the Patreon is because she knew the bull and the bear. And she made everybody rich. And everybody got connected, and they got money, and everybody got rich. And everybody went to Roof Crisp. Everybody started eating at the Roof Crisp. So, oh God. I said, you bragging about Roof Crisp? That's so outdated and old. Everybody done been there. We done moved on past that one. Listen here. Lobster Lily is something else. And when you don't have a proper board and you don't have proper governance, you're going to go bankrupt. Because somebody's got to be able to tell the pastor and rein the pastor in and say, no, pastor, you cannot buy a Rolls Royce yet. Hello, pastor. We need to shore up our ministry and shore up what we're doing before you start buying all of this stuff. Let's say you buy one of the lower end Rolls Royces. You talking $250,000. You going to spend $250,000 on a Rolls Royce? And we don't even have $250,000 worth of income coming in on a consistent basis outside of the begging. Like you've not shored up the community to the point to where we've got at least $250,000 coming in where we don't have to make phone calls and convince people to give money. Because see, if you understand the numbers and you know your numbers, you'll be like, wait a minute. No, 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 no. We only are getting this much money coming in every week without us, having to cajole and beg for it. The rest of the money coming in, we got to scrape by just to get it. So no, you're not going to overextend yourself buying this bishop, pastor. No, you don't need to go to Dubai. No. Ain't no Dubai trips that need to be taken. You need to go to Danbury, Connecticut. You need to go to Idaho. Okay. You need to go to Idaho. Stop it. But see, there's so many lies being told on this internet, and I've been listening, but I can't say nothing right now because I can't, because I'm enjoying my peace and I'm gonna keep my peace. Listen here, y'all don't fall for the okie doke. There's a lot of people telling a lot of lies on this here internet. That's all I know. There's a lot of lying going on. But it is what it is, because guess what? Even if somebody come out here and tell y'all the truth, half of you ain't gonna believe it no way. And so now I'm just like, okay, I ain't wasting my breath. I'm gonna go downstairs and have me some banana pudding, and yeah, that's it for me. I ain't got no. Somebody said not the bus. Look here, Jero. I know Jero be acting up. I mean, these folks can talk to grown adults like we kids. Last time I checked, I ain't in my parents' house, and if I was still house, and if I was, it's still a way to talk, but they don't have brain. Yeah, I know. Tiffany Montgomery is crazy. And why do all of these so-called prophets? Well, I know what you're saying, Gerald. I know exactly what you're saying, because they still talk to us like they're above everybody and we're just stupid. Tiffany Montgomery is a whole witch. Now y'all can go run tell her I said it. She a whole witch. A whole witch. Lobster Lily. Moni, Lynn, Lobster Lily. There's something over there in that backyard that somebody reached down into that backyard and pulled up. Because remember, she could go outside and pick them. Lobster Lily cost these people thousands of dollars, and wasn't nobody mad, didn't nobody break up, everybody was happy. I said, oh, okay, Lord. Then all of a sudden, somebody went to go vote, and all hell broke loose. Interesting. Well, that's all I have for you all on tonight. I hope the Lord bless you and keep you. I hope the Lord cause his face to shine upon you. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. I spent all of my time running around. Having to give kids a bunch of desserts. One of the kids, this is the first time I've ever been at a Thanksgiving dinner with a black child who didn't like macaroni and cheese. Every child I know on the planet loves cheesy macaroni. The macaroni was so cheesy, it was so delicious that they could not convince this young man to eat his macaroni and cheese. And he was adamant about his macaroni and cheese. He ate everything else. He just was like, I ain't fooling with this here macaroni. I said, all right. And then you know how you ladies can be sometimes. Oh yeah, he need to go on and finish his plate and blah blah blah. I was like, nah, he don't need to finish his plate. He done ate everything else. Let's take this macaroni and cheese and let's go. So they're like, oh, okay, all right. Well, he ain't getting no dessert. I say, who ain't getting no dessert? I said, oh nah. And while they was talking, I was cutting cake and handing it to the children. Who ain't getting no dessert? Here you go. I love kids. Listen here. The only thing that went clink clink on her was them cuffs from the federal government. I'm trying to tell y'all. I wish the feds would do their darn jobs. But we so busy bombing people and trying to keep the Epstein files from being seen. Listen, what's done in the light is going to eventually come out in the dark, you all. It don't matter. It's coming out. Eventually, they're going to have to, it's going to have to come out. And listen here, Moni, they done found a way to get the information from under all of the redactions. I saw somewhere on the internet, they said now they can see all the stuff that the people done tried to redact. They say that man's name is all up and through that stuff. And they done found one of them talking about he was with some little girl. I said, oh Lord, this is gonna be bad for him before this whole thing is over. But they don't care. They still gonna want him to be the president because it's all about power. Yeah, yours truly, I had to take care of the kids now. I got to take care of the kids. I love the kids. And people always say that because I don't have none. But I be like, I just love kids. I do. And all the kids have always loved me because I'm, I stand up for the kids. I'll be like, whatever. Anybody in here parents ever made you sit at the table and eat something that you didn't want to eat? And in my family, they were so crazy, they'll serve it to you the next day for breakfast if you wouldn't eat it. I'm not lying. I had some fried green tomatoes. Let me tell you something. I think it was my auntie or my mama. I know one of them fried some green tomatoes when I was in the 3rd grade. I'll never forget it as long as I live. I sat there for hours at the table because, we had rules. You couldn't get up from the table unless you ate whatever was in front of you. And I sat there for hours before them people let me get up from the table. And, back in those days, when you get up from the table, they just smack the hell out you. And you go run into your room crying because you refuse to eat the stuff. Now, maybe y'all parents didn't do that because I know my stuff, I was a little bit more, they was on a little bit more on the abusive side. But, they just smack you and you go running off to your room, get up in the morning, think you about to have you some oatmeal or some Lucky Charms, some sugar smacks, something. And they warm up them dang on fried green tomatoes and put them in front of you. And you just start crying. I don't want this. I ain't eating this. And my stupid cousins and them be like, well, just hold your nose and eat it. No, I'm not holding my nose and eating this crap. I don't want this. And here's the thing. Some people love it. Listen here. Some people do. I got family members that love it, Mary. They were they was picking at me yesterday about them fried green tomatoes. Oh yeah, we love fried green. Yeah, I don't eat that. Sorry. And you're going to make a kid eat some darn macaroni and cheese. I don't think so. I know that's right, Moni. Be done with these people. Oh my God. And wild card, let me tell you, liver and onions, you could not pay me to eat that as an adult. Now, as a child, I was forced to eat it. I didn't have no choice. And let me tell you something. I believe they take the liver and they make those scuba diving gear, the feet part for the scuba diving gear that all of the scuba divers use. Those little flaps that they have to use to swim. I think that's made out of liver. I really do. I think it's made out of liver because some of that stuff, people tell me, oh, my liver's tender. No, it's not. That stuff is as rough can be. You a lying devil. You got to sit up and boil and cook a liver for 12,000 years. You're out your mind. Some things you just shouldn't eat. I don't think God wants us to have some of this stuff. God don't want us to eat this stuff. Like what the pimento loaf? Y'all remember pimento loaf? Oh, for the love of God. Pimento loaf. Oh my God. And hog head cheese. I said, what is this? I'd be like, I don't want none of this. What is this? You want me to put this on a piece of bread and eat this? Oh, and my mother with her spam. Oh God, no. Are you serious? Satan lives in those cans. Mama, Satan lives in those cans. Satan lives in those cans. Now listen here. One of my friends told me yesterday she's about to make some vegan chitterlings. I said, what do you make vegan chitterlings out? And I forgot what she told me yesterday. Because in California, we really are on we be on our health kick over here. These people be making all kinds of stuff. But I did like chitlins. I ain't gonna lie. I know this now. This when the real country gonna come out. Lord, when my mother used to put them hog mogs in that stuff, and I could chew on them hog mogs for 30 days. Oh my God, you could chew on hog mogs for 30 days, and I would only eat my mother's chitlins, no one else's, because I knew my mother would stand up and clean them things for hours upon hours. Oh my God. My mother used to make the best chitlins with them hog mogs. Oh my God. It wasn't even the chitlins. It was the hog mogs part for me, man. I used to chew on them. What up, Dr. Blue? I don't drop the link, Dr. Blue. So if you want to come up, I just love Dr. Blue's perspective. She's an analytical mind. She's like me. That's why I like Dr. Blue. Dr. Blue thinks outside of the box. And some stuff that other people don't think about, Dr. Blue thinks about. So if she ever goes live, y'all need to go over there, especially if she's talking about any of this stuff. Because I know she's going to talk about things that other people, she's not. Let me tell you something. This is another reason why this space becomes interesting. Because see, you got to have some original thoughts. You got to be able to think and process and come up with your own thoughts. Going around and listening at what everybody else is saying, it gets to be tiresome. I'm trying to tell y'all, Lobster Lily did not cause these people to break up. Dr. Blue, I'm hearing through the grapevine people is filing bankruptcy at a ministry. I've never seen that in my life. I've been doing ministry since I was 15 years old. Never seen it. Never seen it in my whole life, Dr. Blue. I hear people filing bankruptcy. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what I heard. Well, see, Tasha Global, that's the thing about being a cook, though. When you're a good cook, you can do that. Because, see, you can make things. Oh, let me tell you something. I don't eat pork. And my friends tell me I make the best pork ribs known to man. But I don't eat it. One of my friends, he was so greedy one day, he tried to eat the whole pan of pork ribs because I did the boneless ones. I was like, dude, where they take the bone out? This fool tried to eat all the pork ribs. Like, dude, you got to leave some for other people. I know that's what Daryl called him. That's what Daryl called him. He must be asleep. That's what Daryl called him. That's funny. I forgot what it's made out of, Keisha, but yeah, they eat them. I don't understand. Just say you made something alternative. You ain't making no chitterlings. Call it something else. Listen, them hog mogs, you could chew on them things for 30 years in them chitlins. Because that's how they beefed up the chitlins to make it more like meatier. Lord, I could chew on them things for days. That was my favorite part as a kid. I'd just be sitting there chewing away. I ain't lying. I'd be just chewing away and thinking away. Oh man. Yeah, but I'm coming down to the close, y'all. I love and appreciate every single one of you. I'm headed downstairs to have me some banana pudding. Lord willing, that's where I'm going down to do that. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I'm doing all right. The Lord is good, you guys. Somebody said I have a ham on my community wall. See, I don't even eat that anymore. Well, I can't say that. If I do have pork, is going to either be in Thanksgiving or Christmas, Tasha Global. And normally it's going to be a piece of ham. So, because that's what Black people make during Thanksgiving and Christmas. No, I'm good. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking. I'm doing all right. All right. Well, I'll listen here. Well, I'm glad you done popped in here to talk to me. How you let a couple of years go by without coming to say hello? What happened? I'm still here. I'm just not on camera today. I'm tired. I'm going downstairs, get me something to eat. Oh man, that's so funny. Well, come on back. Don't be a stranger. We're having some good conversations over here. We're elevating some thought. Dr. Blue, I'll be making sure that I try to make sure that I'm paying attention and visiting your channel because I got to hear your commentary on some of this stuff. But I appreciate you, and I know you're gonna give me something to think about. So yeah, that other live you did. Oh my God, you had a live one night. Oh my God, it was so long. I fell asleep listening to you, and I woke up. I said, "How in the world did I fall asleep on Dr. Blue?" But you was going in though. Yeah, I mean, you. And it's one thing about Dr. Blue. I mean, it was almost like she went through every nook and cranny. I was like, she is really going down every detail of this, and I was like, okay, well, it was really good. That was really good. Uh-oh. Well, I ain't gonna put that on. Okay. All right. Well, that's good. I'm glad. I hope you meant you was in Facebook or YouTube jail. Oh Lord. Yes, she does. She went down every nook and cranny. I said, oh my God, am I gonna survive? We doing good, Regina. Regina, I done came down to the close of my show. I'm about to go watch you, and I'm sure you're gonna go come in and rewind this. Regina, Tiffany Montgomery's a witch, and y'all know it. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna end my I'm gonna end my commentary. Tiffany Montgomery is a witch, and we all know it. And we just need to go on and come to grips with it and understand it. She's a young witch, and every time she opens her mouth, that's all that can be expected. I love and appreciate every single one of y'all. I just do. Thanks everyone for watching. Your support means the world to us. Please make sure that you hit the like button, and please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you hit the bell icon, and make sure you press all notifications so that way you will never miss any of the exclusive content that comes on my channel. Make sure that you never miss a video. Now, I try to go live every day about 2:30 Pacific Standard Time, which is about 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, and then I come back at night at around 8:30 Pacific Standard Time, which is about 10:30 Eastern Standard, with some more exclusive content. So if you want more Mad Church Disease show content, we'd love for you to become a member, a revolutionary member of our channel. Please make sure that you hit the join button that's right next to the subscribe button or somewhere around here so that you guys can receive access to special community posts. You guys get all of the access to my community only lives, because we've got some sipping chats that we're going to be doing, and you guys will get exclusive content. So just make sure that you head on over to the channel page, click on the join button, and make sure that you do that. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate your love and support, and I'll see you on my very next video.
We are Mad Church Disease, helping you understand that Jesus plus nothing is everything. This is a show for everyone, believers and non-believers, from churched to the unchurched. Help us grow the channel by supporting our non-profit causes and create more consistent content. Donate by Cash App or PayPal, or buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com.